Okay, there are some default fees that are not really worth charging. Rent arrears. Rent arrears are a concerning one because you can charge the tenant 3% above base rate, okay? So at the moment, I think that's 3.75. So on a rent of £5.50, you can probably charge the tenant £3.50 a month. It's not worth your time. But more concerningly, you actually can't pursue the tenant for or levy the charges. You can pursue them, but you can't levy the charges until after 14 days. So you have to leave your tenant, not levy any charges to them until they're at least 14 days. Now, every single fee that you charge, so your early termination fee, your change of contracts, your change of sharers, your failed appointments, anything that you are allowed to charge, you are only allowed to charge if it is in your tenancy agreement. If it is not in your tenancy agreement, you will not be able to charge it. And this is why Ali said we are constantly updating our tenancy agreement because constant regulations are changing. So if you haven't looked at yours for a while, please do so, because you don't want to be in a position where a tenant does need to leave early and you can't charge them that termination fee and the rent until a new tenant moves in. There are some exemptions. Non-Housing Act tenancies, so tenancies that fall outside of the Housing Act, which are company lets. Company lets are not applicable. If you're a resident landlord whereby you live in the property that you're renting out, it's not applicable. All fees can apply. But if you are doing company lets, you must remind the company within your tenancy agreement that they must not pass on or levy any charges to whoever they are allowing to reside at the property. So that's really important as well. Now, there's transitionary periods, so it came into effect on the 1st of June 2019. So any tenancies prior to the 1st of June 2019 that have not renewed, we are still able to levy the old charges until May the 31st of 2020. As soon as the tenancy renews, all fees go. You cannot charge them any fees whatsoever other than what I've discussed with you today. Now, for those who hold deposits of more than 5 weeks' rent, when you renew a tenancy, at the point of renewal, you must reduce the deposit and send the difference back to the tenant through the scheme. When you do that, that also must mean that you must reissue the prescribed information, reissue the certificate, reissue all of the documents that are needed because the deposit has changed. Now, if you never renew the tenancy, so a tenancy started pre-June 2019, and you have no intentions of renewing it and you're allowing it to run on a rolling contract, you never have to reduce the deposit until you renew it. So when you are in that situation, have a look why you've got a higher deposit, what is your best option? Is it better for you to go back into a secure tenancy? Bear in mind they can early terminate. Or is it better for you to have that additional security of a higher deposit? Because 9 times out of 10, there's a higher deposit for a reason. It may be that they didn't quite meet the mark on referencing. It might be that they couldn't provide a guarantor. So make that decision, okay? But the transitionary period doesn't apply to deposits. You can hold them.